Yo, YouTube, I just got back from the gym and I just want to know where all the haters at. Where all the haters who was talking all of this craziness about when I was talking about how this story ain't sound right. Multiple people said this story ain't sound right and they still try to make it seem like Jay-Z did something that it wasn't even proven that he did it. Listen, potent pondering, come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you know each and every time I go live or I do uploads, right? I want to get into it. So I'm going across the shade room. It was a video. I might insert the video, but I'm about to play this, right? Jane Doe, she did an interview with NBC, I believe, right? And now her father spoke. So Jane Doe's father said that he doesn't recall the incident at all. The man said that he don't recall the incident at all. Jane Doe's father told NBC that he does not recall picking her up after the alleged attack, casting doubt on the key detail in the incident. Huh? What? He does not remember picking her up. According to their address at the time, her father would have had to driven more than 5 hours from their house to pick her up. I feel like I will remember that, and I don't. He said in the interview on Thursday, I have a lot going on, but I mean, something like that, I would definitely stick in my mind. And look at all of y'all people who ridicule Jay-Z, wanting the worst for him, wanting him to be in a situation like Diddy. Y'all probably wanted him dead like Biggie. All right. The woman's father, who said that he learned that the alleged assault this week, added that he did remember once picking her up in the middle of the night, but he said it was a local drive. What is wrong with you people who want the worst? Why is it that you can only see the worst in me? All right. Jane Doe claims that her father had personal issues that led to lack of memory. Yeah, okay. Sounds like lies from Tony Buzbee. Tony Buzbee is a whole clown. All right. So, asked about her father's account in the follow-up interview on Friday, the woman said that she stood by her claim and that he had picked her up, and it's possible that he misremembered. And mind you, this woman has autism too, right? Not saying that a lot of people have autism, but she has autism, so that is something that you do want to note. So there's a lot of things, and this is stuff that we argue about constantly. Something he said or did back in New York around that time period, he doesn't remember, she said. It actually causes a lot of fights sometimes in the household. Regarding her father's recollections, this woman is 38 years old now. Regarding her father's recollections, Buzbee told NBC News, we agree that he states he doesn't remember. His daughter explains that he was in no state to remember during that time point and that point in time due to personal issues that he was having there. We are talking about a time frame more than 20 years ago. Yeah, and your accounts even sound weird then too. They don't sound right. And I feel like coming from legal representation like Tony Buzbee, her account should have sounded way better than what it did. It should have sounded better. I'm sorry. So Jane Doe acknowledges that she made a mistake about Benji and Joel being at the event that night. All right. So, but a representative for Madden confirmed that neither Benji nor his brother Joel attended the 2000 VMAs that were on, and they were on tour in the Midwest at that time. The woman did not accuse the brothers of any wrongdoing. She said, honestly, what is clearest is what happened to me and the route that I took to what happened to me. Not all of the faces there were clear, the woman said in the Friday follow-up interview. So I have made some mistakes. I may have made some mistakes in identifying. Yeah, you made some mistakes in identifying Jay-Z too. Even by the way that this woman talks and all of that. And listen, I'm not trying to say, I don't think that they was into this girl. Come on, man. Come on. The woman also could not provide further information about the after party she said she attended. She said she pulled up at a U-shaped driveway, and I think Tony Buzbee said that. Stop lying on Jay-Z, trying to put him in the same box as Diddy. And you did this because you thought that it would be believable. Evil and white. Evil. Tony Buzbee acknowledges that they don't know the exact location the incident took place. I didn't know exactly where we were going or even how long it took, the woman said when asked Tuesday where she thought she was taken that night. She added that she guessed about the length of the trip she had taken in a long lawsuit. Buzbee said, we have attempted to confirm the correct location. We have never suggested the location was the Lotus Club. Our client has been very specific and detailed about the description of the venue she says she was taken to, and she has never stated that it was the Club Lotus, he added. We won't speculate on whether there was an after party because then again, she doesn't know that. This sounds like a crock of ish. This is a crock of ish. It's like, you got a lot of nerve. You know what I'm saying? All they got people ridiculing Jay-Z and just talking crazy. And I told y'all from the jump that this don't make no sense. I would never want some of y'all to be my friend. Y'all believe anything that's said negatively, or maybe is it that you believe things about people who you don't like. And I just feel like that's wrong. I want to go to the shorty page. Yeah, let me go over here to her page. Because Megan Cuniff, she posted the response that Jay-Z and them had in regards to this whole matter. So Jay-Z's lawyer wrote a letter to the court. All right. After viewing this interview from NBC, we write to the court on behalf of our client, Sean Carter, on a matter of extraordinary and grave importance for integrity of the proceedings of the above captioned case. Today at 7:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, NBC News reported on an interview that its reporters conducted with the anonymous plaintiff in this case. The interview outs plaintiff allegations for what they are. The interview outs plaintiff's allegations for what they are: a sham, ambulance chasers, like they said. Basic facts in the narrative, the who, the what, the where, and the when are wrong. She claims that her father picked her up after the assault. Her own father denies that it ever happened. She claims that she spoke with Benji Madden at the party that night, but he was on tour in the Midwest at the time, forcing her to admit, I have made mistakes. I think that Tony Buzbee orchestrated, and I think that he's playing on the fact that she's autism, and he's playing on that to be like, oh, well, her account wasn't this and that. Anything to try to sully Jay-Z's name. All right. I may have made a mistake identifying. She claims that the assault took place at the after party at Mr. Combs' home, but the photos show that night that Mr. Combs and Mr. Carter at Lotus nightclub at the after party. Come on, shorty. When pressed, the plaintiff admitted that she was guessing about the key details, including the time it took to reach the venue. She admits that she has no single corroborating witness over the last 24 years. These stunning revelations make it clear that the complaint filed by the plaintiff's attorney, Anthony Buzbee, therefore had no factual basis whatsoever. Even Mr. Buzbee is walking back the complaint, but he's walking back the complaint he put his name to, excusing these glaring inconsistencies by pointing the finger at the... Let's go down. I'm sorry. Pointing the finger at the case being referred to another law firm who allegedly vetted the story before sentencing him. The heinous allegations against Mr. Carter are patently false. I don't like that you try to do this to a black man. And he stood so strong. Every time Jay-Z lawyers responded in the news, he responded back saying he made up this false claim talking about they reaching out to witnesses and all of that. You see what they would try to do to bury a black man? Come on. Everybody ain't Diddy. I know a lot of y'all listen. There could have been some inappropriate things with the Foxy Brown and certain things like that. But y'all want the worst for Jay. Y'all want the worst. And that's questionable that you would want the worst for a person. This is the reason why I be wanting to be cursing. But I don't wish death on you. I don't want you in no hearse, man. I just want you to get better. Well, some of y'all need to do better. All right. The complaint filed by the plaintiff's attorney, Anthony Buzbee, therefore had no factual basis whatsoever. All right. I wrote that. In light of those developments, and it is now clear that Mr. Buzbee signed the complaints and other filings in the case in violation of the federal law. And they did all of these, points or whatever. All right. In addition, attorneys who learn after filing a complaint that the factual assertions are false must immediately withdraw the claims, and they put some sort of penal code or whatever. Given today's revelations, Mr. Buzbee most certainly failed to undertake a reasonably inquiry into the facts before filing a complaint, and I even said that. He failed to undertake a reasonable inquiry into the facts before filing the complaint. He should have never brought these claims. But trying to get money and trying to scare a black man, Jay-Z, and I'm happy that they fought back the way that they did. All right? Okay. So he said the complaint was entirely frivolous. He made a part of a conscious error to harass wait. affirming sanctions other than the plaintiff complaint was entirely frivolous and was made a part of a conscious effort to harass the defendant. At minimum, he should withdraw them now. Allowing these claims to remain pending, even a moment longer, harms Mr. Carter and his family, his businesses, his employees, and his legacy. It also impairs the integrity of the judicial system, thwarts the pursuit of justice, and silences the voices of the victim. Furthermore, it appears that Mr. Buzbee has attempted to circumvent the authority of the court to enforce Rule Number 11, associated obligations, by declining to seek admission to the court before signing pleadings and other documents. Mr. Buzbee is not licensed to practice law in this court, and he has not sought admission pro hac vice. Yet, it is nearly 8 weeks since he initiated the proceedings. Mr. Buzbee has filed a complaint in this matter that was signed solely by him using S signature, signed amended complaint alongside other counsel that added Mr. Carter as a defendant. And notice the motion for the plaintiff to proceed anonymously, accompanied by the supporting brief and the declaration, once again signed only by him. Most recently, on December 10, 2024, Mr. Buzbee filed a letter with which also only had his signature. Mr. Buzbee's failure to obtain admission to the bar of this court is transparent attempt to circumvent the basic requirements of Rule 11 and rules of professional conduct. Admission subjects an attorney to the jurisdiction of the court and also the sanctions for signing pleadings that are not grounded by the facts of the law. Mr. Buzbee thus appears to have strategically declined to seek admission in order to avoid sanctions for the complaint he knew factual basis. All right. Given these facts, Mr. Carter intends to file immediately a motion to strike the first amended complaint under the rules. He respectfully requests the court to shorten the filing deadline for the motion from 21 days to 1 day from the date of the service in light of today's stunning public disclosures and the severe ongoing harm to Mr. Carter's reputation. So, Buzbee, you played yourself. You getting autistic. You getting a girl with autism. You're not fully vetting out like this source of the complaint. Listen, if you really wanted to win this, you would have made sure that when she did this NBC interview that she was right and that her story was right. But you played yourself. You played yourself, Buzbee. Look at how all of y'all was gleeful over this black man going down. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed, and I hope that this get tossed out. Y'all was talking about Blue Ivy and her whole Mufasa situation, talking about Beyonce. Some of y'all be so hateful. Just is so hateful. I remain a staple, and I know a lot of y'all gonna be mad when I upload this video, but listen, potent, pondering, never pandering. Throw this out. Jigga is not guilty. Like I said the other day, he's not guilty. I know what you want. I know what I know what you want to his legacy. I know you want him to go down. I know it's the year of people going to jail and you want to feel some sort of way. You want some sort of negativity to happen over him so you can feel good about you. Listen. I don't know what it is with these weird people. Potent, pondering, never pandering. Jigga is not guilty. Retract all that stuff that y'all said. Man, listen, I'm out. Peace.